Hey, what's up, traders? This is a watch list video for Tuesday, January 10th. We are flat out in a period, even though the market made a nice move on Friday and then today a nice gap up and a run before reversing. Um, you might look at the last 2 days and think, hey, we've had market movement and that's what day traders need. But whoops, for me, I'm just not seeing any follow through on anything. It's very hard for me to even push the buy button because it feels like nobody's trading at all. It's really, really weird out there. But anyway, so it's going to be short and sweet tonight. Here's what I'm watching for tomorrow. Remember, I'm looking for things that may give me a trade tomorrow. I'm in cash every night. None of this is investment advice. SPRB had the gap up on Friday. Then today, it sold off all day. Then today, gapped up, sold off again. But it's finding buyers down here, so I am putting this on a kind of weird version of bounce watch, right? After 2 red days, even though it's trading way higher than it was a few days ago. You guys in the chat room know what I mean by bounce watch on that, and you know what I'm looking for. KALE goes back on bounce watch. It's getting down in that buy zone area we like, so that one's certainly worth watching. HKD, let me zoom in so you can kind of see it. I don't love it because you got a bunch of bag holders from this day, and today, right? Everyone who's traded this on the long side and still holding is underwater from the last few days. Having said that, it started around, the day before the gap up. It closed at what, $10, and it promptly ran to 37.32. And if you count extended hours, it actually went over 60 one of those days. I don't remember if it was pre-market or after hours, but anyway, so this thing's made a massive move, and now just like that is down to 14.88. I do think if this meets our bounce play parameters, we could get a quick, decent percentage move. So that's why it goes on watch, even though the bag holder thing I told you about. ATNF I'm not in love with. Had the spike here after a 2-day run, rest day spike, higher low, another high. Wait, I'm wording that wrong. Lower high, higher low. So you got a couple inside days, in other words. This would be interesting to me tomorrow through 6, with today's high being just above that and Friday's high just above that. So I am going to keep that one on watch. GSUN is another one I've got to zoom in so you can see it because all the candles are condensed. But a big pop on Friday. Quiet inside day to day. Looking for a 3rd day play on that one. LCID. Gapped up and topped out at 707 about a week ago. And today, very close to 7. So through $7, this one might get some legs. So I want to keep an eye on LCID. CNCE, let me pan out a little bit. I feel like I'm too zoomed in. CNCE had a big pop on Friday. Quiet inside day to day. Looking for a 3rd day play. BYSI, huge move back here. Decent second bounce and then sideways and starting to curl back up. So something may be up there. I'm going to keep it on watch. CTMX had the gap up, sold off. Usually I'll take today's candle out of it. Usually when you have that, they just work their way down over the next several days, and this one is right back up. It actually briefly took out yesterday's high. For me, it had come too far too fast to take that long right there, but it certainly goes on long watch now. You may have some shorts in trouble there. NUWE, I'm sort of annoyed at. It got a nice pop today in the afternoon, and I noticed that it topped out at 950-ish. That was my favorite setup for after hours. And I'm actually here looking at charts, so I was in front of my screens, but I wasn't focused on it. But I thought this could be worth a shot through 950 and after hours. I thought that to myself. And anyway, as I'm talking right now, it's trading at $11. And it actually went a little higher. I think it went to 1150, so it's trading kind of clean too, around half numbers and whole numbers. Anyway, I'm sort of annoyed at that. But this one, tiny float, it actually did have earnings, I believe. So certainly worth keeping on watch. This one can really move when it moves. All right. That's NUWE. EXAS. Nice little mini breakout today, right on the chart. So we're going to watch that for a follow through day. And then lastly, LASE, which kind of has an interesting chart. Had a nice volume back here. And after that volume pop, it topped out 244 the next day. Okay. So 244 is the most recent high. And today hit 244 again. So certainly interesting over that area. All right. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning. Have a good night.